Hey everyone, my name is Charlie and today I'll be showing you how to use PuTTY to turn in your assignments to the school Linux servers. So the first thing we want to do is download PuTTY. Come over to the website putty.org and click on Download PuTTY. On this page, go to the package files, the 64-bit x86, and click on the blue link next to it. This will download the .msi file. Once you have that downloaded, go ahead and run it. It'll open the PuTTY setup wizard for you to use. Click Next, choose a location to install it. The default location is fine. And then click Next. In this screen, you need to have the third one selected for PuTTY to work correctly. And I recommended having the second one selected as well if you plan on using PuTTY often. Now you're going to want to go ahead and click Install, and it'll install it to your computer with the features that you chose. Now I'm not going to click it as I actually already have it installed. But when you do install it, the folder should look something like this. In this folder, you're going to want to take this pscp.exe and run it. It's going to look like it didn't run or do anything, but we just needed to double click it to get it activated. So from here, we need to actually put our file onto the Linux server to turn it in. So I have my file here on my desktop, and you should move your file to your desktop as well, as it makes it a lot easier. Once you have it on your desktop, you're going to want to come down here and look up command prompt and open that up. So that's going to look like this. From here, you're going to want to type in, as I type in, pscp space quote uppercase C colon backslash users, and all the capitalization does matter, by the way, and these are backslashes, not forward slashes. So backslash and then the name of your Windows user file. In my case, it's Avery. It's probably going to be different for you. Backslash desktop backslash and then the name of your file. So this file that we put on our desktop that we want to put on the server. And then you want to close the quotes, space, and then your Linux username. So your username is by default the first two letters of your first name followed by the first 6 letters of your last name. Now this might not be the case for you if you share names with someone else in the school or if your name is too short. In these cases, you should have been sent an email with your username. If you didn't receive an email or you can't find it or you just don't know what it could be, ask your professor and they will get it for you. So once you type that in, you want to type at and then grail. Grail is the server we will be sending the file to, although if you send it to any of them, they can all see and edit the file. So grail.eecs.csuohio.edu, colon. You need the colon at the end. Now Grail is only used to turn in assignments. It's the only one that you can use to turn in assignments on. None of the others have the turn in command. But uniquely, Grail also should not be used to run your assignment. Any other server can run your assignment, but Grail cannot. Grail is exclusively used to turn in your assignment. Do not forget this. It is very important. Do not go to Grail and try to test your assignment, and do not go to a different server and try to turn in your assignment. If you do need to go to a different server, Spirit is the other one that you can connect to from outside of a school Wi-Fi network. So you would do this to test your assignment. In our case, we're just copying a file over. It's okay to use Grail. It doesn't matter which one you use, so we're just using this. Go ahead and hit enter. It's going to prompt you for your password. Your password is your student ID followed by the first letter of your last name, capitalized. Again, if you don't know this, you can ask your professor and they'll help you. And I do recommend changing this as soon as you can. I recommend looking up how to change your password because anyone with your student ID automatically knows your password due to how the default password works. So this can pose security issues or potential cheating issues. Just get that done right away if you're able to. And write it down. Definitely make sure you remember it. So I'm going to type in mine. Nothing's going to show up. That's okay. That's intended. That's how they protect the password privacy. It's still being typed. You can hit enter and it'll copy it over. So as we can see, we copied it over right there in 0 seconds. We're done with this command prompt. You can get rid of it. Now, go ahead and open up PuTTY.exe. It'll open up this little window here. In the host name, we just want to type in grail.eecs.csuohio.edu again. Don't have to click anything else. Just click open. It's going to ask you for your username. Type that in. It's going to ask you for your password. Type that in. And now we're connected. So assuming you copied it over correctly, you can type ls and see the file there. So as we can see, the first file in my directory is the anagram.py file that we copied over. That's how we know it worked. Now from here, you can simply use the turnin command that your assignment has given you. Each assignment has a unique turnin command. So for example, since this assignment is from my CIS 390 class, I would do turnin -c CIS 390x-p and then the assignment name. Don't worry if you don't know this. It is given to you on every assignment. And if you can't find it, just ask your professor. These things have to be exact and they're going to be different for each assignment. So definitely check them and make sure you know what you're typing. If you don't type it exactly, the professor might not receive it correctly and you could get a 0. So once we type all that, we then want to type the name of our program. And then we hit enter. As we can see, it says your files have been submitted to class, assignment for grading. That's how you know you did it right. Now I will admit, PuTTY is more difficult to use than MOBA Xterm and WinSCP. I think it's more difficult by a fair margin, in fact. So I would not recommend using this method, but if you do want to, feel free to. It's still valid. It still turns in your assignment all the same. So hopefully you should now know how to turn in your assignment using PuTTY, and you can close this little terminal or you can type exit. So thank you for watching. I hope this helps you get your assignments turned in on time.